recorded. Oh. Hare Krishna. Mukam karoti vachalam panghum langyate giri yat kripa tamham vande parmanand madhavam Sri Guru Deen Taranam. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-Salakaya Chakshur-Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurve Namah. Namaha Om Vishnu-Padaya Krishna-Pristhaya Bhutale Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarane. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So we will just a minute. I will have to do something here. Yes, wonderful. So before we begin the next chapter, I have to give a glance of the chapter number 8 we have covered in the last session. In the last last week we covered this chapter number 8, which was a wonderful chapter. And I want to ask you one question before we begin the chapter number 9. Those who attended the chapter number 8, how many questions Arjun asked in the beginning of chapter number 8? He asked some questions to Krishna. How many questions he asked? Anyone from the Zoom call? Somebody is already answering. Yes. Someone more? Yes. So, yeah, Sasi, yeah. Yeah, Susan, yeah, very nice, wonderful. Yes, actually, Rohini ji also, Arjun asked 8 questions to Krishna in the beginning of the chapter number 8. So I always remember chapter 8, 8 questions. And we discuss those. Now I will not discuss in detail these questions. They are very, very, good points Krishna, Arjun raised and Krishna answered. But the most important point is that for 7 questions out of the 8 questions, 7 questions, Krishna took 2 slokas to answer. So the slokas were, the questions were asked in sloka number 8.1 and sloka number 8.2. And Krishna start answering sloka number 8.3. And sloka number 8.3 and 8.4, Krishna used only 2 sloka to answer 7 questions. Quickly, he just, answered faster. But there is one question which Krishna took the whole chapter to answer. The last question, the 8th question. Krishna took the whole day to answer this question. So what is that question? Could you please tell me what is the 8th question of Arjun, which Krishna took the whole chapter to answer? Those who have attended the class, they can answer this. I also discussed during the plain reading, I stress on this. Seema ji is saying bhakti. No, it is not bhakti. Yeah, bhakti is everywhere. Bhakti you can answer every time. Bhakti is there in Bhagavad Gita. So, but I want the specific question which Arjun asked to Krishna, and Krishna replied in the rest of the chapter 8. Which question it was? I think Ritvik Prabhu should answer because he's attending all the classes so intensively. But I have got already some answers. I think someone answered already in the. Some is saying the path attaining surrender. Yes. Yeah, but I got already one answer. Now actually that due to my screen, I'm not.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, sorry. Auto dictionary, due to auto dictionary, it changed the answer. The path to attaining the supreme through constant remembrance of the divine.
No. The exact is actually how to remember him when we are dying. This is the question Arjun asked to Krishna in the 8th question, in the chapter number 8, 8th question. So you have to remember this always. Chapter 8, 8th question, Most important question of our life. People celebrate their birthdays, but the celebration of the birthday is not very important. The time of birthday is not important. The time of death is most important, is more important than time of birth. And this is the reason Arjuna is asking what we have to do at the time of the death. And Krishna is answering elaborately in the whole chapter what one should do at the time of the death. This is most important. So the importance of time of the death can be, taken from the dialogues of Krishna and Arjuna, where Krishna is taking all the chapter, 7 questions in 2 slokas and one question in the whole. So this is the importance I want to here emphasize, my dear devotees. And then what happens? Answering first 7 questions from sloka number 3, 4, yeah, and then 5th to 8, remembering Krishna at the time of death. So these are how, there are some slokas. Krishna says, you remember na? Antkale cha mameva smran muktva kalevaram yeh priyati se madbhavam yati nasti atra sansaya. O Arjun, antkale cha mameva. At the time of the death, if you remember me, then you will achieve my nature. And what is my nature? Satchit Anand. You will achieve my nature, Satchit Anand. Antkale cha mameva smran muktva kalevaram yeh priyati se madbhavam yati nasti atra sansaya. And then Arjuna asked to Krishna, okay, we have to remember you. I have to remember you. Everyone should remember you. But suppose we remember something else, then what happens? If we remember something else, then Krishna says, if you remember something else, then you will achieve something else. Then Krishna says, 𝗬𝗵𝗀𝗶𝗯𝗲 𝗬𝗵 𝗬𝗵𝗀𝗶 Tejanti ante kalevaram. At the time of leaving your body, whatever you remember, you get that nature. If you remember an animal, you will become an animal. If you remember a woman, you will become a woman. If you remember a man, you will become a man. So at the time of leaving the body, whatever you remember, you get that nature, that body. So this is very, very important. This is the most important wisdom. So we have to be very careful in our life, what we are doing, what is our consciousness, and this will not come at the time of death. If we are doing something else in our life, whole life, then at the time of death, we will never have Lord in the mind. We will get what? Garbage in, garbage out. Gauranga in, Gauranga out. Krishna in, Krishna out. So if you make Krishna in, Krishna will be there. But if you have garbage in, whole life, garbage, then at the time of the death, garbage will be there. So we have to be very careful about this, which Krishna is clarifying. And then Arjuna is asking to Krishna, yes, you are telling me right instructions that I have to remember you at the time of the death. But what should I do? How I can remember you? I'm fighting. People are busy in their grasta life, their student life, so much work, so much office work, this work, that work. How I can remember you? And then Krishna is saying, Tasmat sarvesu kalesu. Tasmat sarvesu kalesu mam anusmaya yuddhacha. At every time in your life, tasmat sarvesu kalesu, in all the times in your life, mam anusmara, just remember me. Yuddhacha, do your prescribed duty. You can do your prescribed duty, but first remember me and then you do your prescribed duty. He is not saying first do duty and then remember me. No, he is saying first prioritize me. The spiritual life first, material life second. Do you follow me? Now you will remember what Krishna, what Arjuna asked the 8th question and what is the answers. Wonderful answers. So we have to practice remembrance of Krishna all the time. Mam anusmara. Just remember this line whole life. Mam anusmara yuddhacha. Do your prescribed duty by remembering me. First remember me and then do the duty. So this is the answer of Krishna to Arjuna. And then actually there is one more thing. Arjuna is asking to Krishna, how to remember? You say you remember me, but how to remember? And then Krishna is saying, Abhyasa yoga yuktena. Abhyasa yoga yuktena. This is very important. Karat karat abhyas ke jadumate hoi sujan rasri avat jata hai silpar parat nisan. Karat karat abhyas ke. Abhyasa yoga yuktena. You have to practice. Arjun, practice. Always practice. You have to always think of me. Always practice. Do some association of the like-minded people. Always feel gratefulness. Always see me in the sun, see me in the water, see me in the fire, the heat of the fire, the taste of the water, the light of the sun and moon, the ability in the man. Always try to see me in everything, and then you can remember me. This is what Krishna is saying to Arjuna in sloka number 9 to 16. Practice remembrance by various examples. My dear devotees, then Krishna is explaining one nice thing in this chapter number 7. What is the difference between material world and spiritual world? It is very important. Now everybody want to know this. What is the difference between material world and spiritual world? Material world is 𝗬𝗪𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧 𝗬𝗪𝗪. It is 𝗬𝗪𝗧𝗧𝗧. Saswat means permanent, eternal. 𝗬𝗪𝗧𝗧𝗧 means temporary, opposite. When we put then it becomes opposite to the word. 𝗬𝗪𝗧𝗧𝗧. Gun, avgun. Gun is quality, avgun is no quality. So 𝗬𝗪𝗧𝗧𝗧 means is temporary. Dukhalyam. The nature of the material world is it's a place of misery and it's temporary. And spiritual world is permanent, it's eternal, and there is no miseries. This is full of bliss, eternal. It's eternal, it's full of bliss, it's full of knowledge. And Krishna is telling to Arjuna that, oh Arjuna, this spiritual world, there is no struggle for existence. There is no struggle for existence. There is only love. There is no hatred. There is no lust. There is a difference between lust and love. In the material world, there is a lust. In the spiritual world, there is a love. In the material world, there is a hatred. In the spiritual world, there is a compassion. In the material world, there is a selfishness. In the spiritual world, there is a kindness. Sharing is happiness. Everybody is sharing. In the material world, there is self-service. In the spiritual world, service to others, seva. One is swarth and other is seva. Swarth is selfishness, seva is selflessness. So Krishna is giving this difference between material world and spiritual world, and we have to understand this difference so that we get attracted to this. When a tourist agency give an offer for a Urlavna, 5 days, 4 nights, 5 days, 6 nights, or 4 days, 5 nights offer, 5-star hotel, swimming pool, and what else they tell? Some attractions. What attraction they tell when we go for holidays? When somebody is making these tourist agencies, they say that you will have buffet, free buffet, frustuk. You have breakfast. You have free coffee whole day. You have chocolates. You have a swimming pool. You have library. You have gym. You can do gym. So many facilities are there in the holidays. Now, when you go to hotel, Krishna is giving this attraction to us. You know, when you go to the spiritual world, you get Satchit Anand. You have love. You have mercy. You have no struggle for existence. You are in bliss. Susukham. You are in sukh. You are purely, in happiness. Krishna is giving us this taste that we should get our attraction for the spiritual world. This is the reason why Krishna is making a difference between material world and spiritual world. Now we go to the next slide. No, next line. Sloka number 23 to 28. 28, the last sloka. Krishna is actually talking about pure devotion. Success is guaranteed. Krishna is giving emphasis on the pure devotion. Kevalya bhakti, Suddha bhakti. No mixed bhakti. Suddha bhakti. Krishna is giving his instructions and focus on emphasis on the pure devotion. And now we go to the next slide. Next slide is wonderful slide actually. Here in the next slide, before I begin the chapter number 9, I want to give a glorification of Bhagavad Gita. Because when we start, this 9th chapter is the most auspicious chapter. We should also glorify Bhagavad Gita. And how Bhagavad Gita is different from the other Shastras, the Vedic Shastras. What is Bhagavad Gita? So we will do this now. So there is a sloka by Sri Shankaracharya in the Gita Dhyan sloka. And this sloka is Sarvopanisado Gavo Dogdha Gopal Nandana Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta Dugdham Gita 𝗦𝗪𝗀𝗻𝗪. Sarvopanisad Gavo. Gavo means cow. Gau Mata. Sarvopanisad Gao. Sarva means all. Upanishad means Vedic knowledge. Upanishad means Vedic knowledge. Like there is 4 Vedas which are coming from the Supreme Lord, from the Divine Lord. And from these 4 Vedas come Upanishad. They are the teachings of the Vedas are included in the Upanishad. The essence of Veda is Upanishad. 108 Upanishad are there total from Vyasadeva, which are describing the knowledge, application knowledge of the Vedas. Because Vedas are this sutras, and those sutras are elaborated in the Upanishads. So, Sarvo Upanishado Gavo. If we say all the Upanishad, all the Vedas are like a cow. All the Vedas are compared to a cow. Dogdha Gopal Nandana. There are 4 things here in this sloka. One is the cow. One is the milkman who is milking the cow. Dogdha. One is the cow. One is the dogdha. And then one is the Parthu Vatsa. Vatsa. Vats means, what is Prabhu? Vats means? Vats. What is the meaning of Vats? Vats. Vats.
Student, sometimes it's student.
No. Oh, Vats. Vats is some deer. It's son, actually. Son, but it's in the sense of deer.
Deer.
Son, like गाय के बछड़े को वत्स बोलते हैं. Calf. Vats means calf. The cow, for the cow, the calf is the vats for the cow. So Partho Vatsa. So there are 4 things here. One is the guy, one is the cow. Other thing is the milkman, which is milking the cow. Then there is a Vatsa, the calf, the son of the cow. And there is a Dugdham, Gita, Amritam, Mahet. And the milk. Dugdham means milk. So who are the guy, cow, milkman, son of the cow, and milk. 4 things are there. And in the 4 things, cow is mentioned and milkman is mentioned. Milkman is Krishna, for example, here. And Vatsa is Partha. Partha is Arjun and Dugdha. So now my question is, when we compare Bhagavad Gita to a, like, oh, sorry, when we say all these 4 things, now we say Sarvo Upanishad Gavo. All the knowledge of the Upanishad is a cow. Yeah. Then what is the milk? What is milk compared to here? Milk is what? Well, actually, normally when the cow is eating a lot of grass and food, fooder. Cow is eating the fooder, and after eating the fooder, it is with the love, it gives something. What gives? What is the result of the cow? What is the essence of the cow? Milk. And this milk is very nutritious, nourishing. It has a nourishing effect. So the essence of the cow is milk, because she gives this milk with love. Because when the cow is milked by milkman, before milking, he sent a calf to the cow, and calf is drinking the milk at first. The calf has the first right on the milk of the cow, because he's a son or daughter of the cow. Here he or she has the first right. So they are first drinking the milk of the cow, and with the love, with a lot of love, the milk is produced in the cow. She is giving with the milk with the love, and this milk is the love of the cow for his son, his or her son. And the milkman, then when the calf is completely drinking all the required milk, whatever he need for his health, for his full stomach, he drink it, and then milkman goes and milk the cow. This is the Vedic principle. It is not like Western system. In the Western system, all the cows don't get a calf. What they do, they have a calf standing at 50 meters away or 20 meters away. One calf, there are 100 cows in the shed, in the Gausala, in the shed, in the cow stable. And then they put machine on each cow, on the nipples of each cow, they put a machine, and then pumping machine. And the cow sees the calf from far away, and then they suck the milk. Cow don't give the milk. They suck the milk from the cow forcefully. And this is not with love. This is not love. This is the harassment of the cow. The first right on the milk of the cow is the son of the cow. Like a woman gives milk to the son or children, a human person. Cow is like that. The milk is first right, and then the remaining milk is for all of other people. But we are harassing the cow. We are taking forcefully by putting a pump, which is not the love. But in the Sanskrit sloka, it is mentioned here that the calf get the milk first. And in this sloka, the cow is compared to the Vedas. Sarvo Upanishado Gao. All the Upanishads, all the Vedas, the knowledge of Vedas is compared to the cow. And cow, and Dogdha Gopalanandana. And who is the milking man of the cow? Gopalanandana, the Krishna. The Krishna is the milkman. He is getting the milk from the cow. That means he is getting the essence of the cow. And who is tasting the essence? Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta. The person of the intelligent purity, pure intelligence, Partha, the Arjuna. The Arjuna is the Vatsa. He is the son of that cow, the son of the cow, the Vedic knowledge. And Dugdham Gita Amritam. And this milk of the cow is like the Amrit. This is like the Amrit. So if we compare cow with Vedic Shastra, the milk is Bhagavad Gita, is the essence of that Vedic Shastra. This is the conclusion of that sloka from Gita Dhyan sloka. So cow is Vedas and milk is the Bhagavad Gita. So that means Bhagavad Gita is the Sar of all the Vedas. It's the essence of all the Vedic knowledge. Now we go to the next slide. In the next slide, we have Vedas. Then from Vedas comes Upanishad. From Upanishad comes Gita. You know, this is the essence. And from Gita comes chapter number 7 to 12. So we have 3 parts. Gita is divided in 3 parts. First part is chapter number 7 to 12, which is the Karma Yoga. And then we have chapter number 13 to 18, which is Jnana Yoga. So we have Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga. In the middle of the Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga, the essence of Bhagavad Gita is in the middle, which is chapter number 9 to 10. Because this is completely in the middle. If you see now, chapter number 12, 7 to 11 and 13 to 18, if you take the median, min, you to use the mathematics and take the min, then you will get chapter number 9 and 10 are just in the middle of the Bhagavad Gita. And this is the essence of Bhagavad Gita in the middle. And with this, I want to go to the chapter number 9 because I want to tell you the importance of this chapter before we go to the chapter, so that you can absorb yourself in this wisdom, in the pure love, in the wisdom of the pure love. And now we start with the sloka number 9.1. This is a very, very important sloka, my dear devotees. And this sloka, normally in other chapters, you know, Arjuna was asking a question and Krishna was beginning with the answer. This is the pattern we have seen in the other chapters of the Bhagavad Gita. But in this chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, by love, by compassion, is himself giving this knowledge to Arjuna. Krishna is starting giving himself. There is no question by Arjuna here. 9.1 is the verse spoken by Krishna. Because Krishna is so compassionate, he is so much loving to Arjuna. And by his love, he is giving this wisdom to Arjuna. This is out of love. And this is the love of God. And when we love someone, we want to give them with a love. We don't expect that, okay, he will ask or he will. This happens in professional lives. Now, I say only when someone asks. But if you love someone, you already start telling. Now, parents, mata pita, parents, they want to tell children. They don't wait. The children will ask, then we will tell. They already start telling the best thing to their children. This is best for you. Practice this. Similarly, Krishna is loving Arjuna and Krishna is starting this without asking the question, out of the love and compassion. So, my dear devotees, the slok is Idam tu te guhyatamam priyavakshi anusayave jnanam vijnanam sahitam yajgyatva moksha se subhat. Idam tu te guhyatamam. There are 2 things here, very important. Guhyatamam and one is anusuyave. There are 2 things. Very important 2 things. In this sloka, there are 2 important things. One is the Idam tu te guhyatamam. Guhyatamam means the most confidential. Guhya means confidential. Those who know Sanskrit or Hindi, they know Guhya means confidential. Guhyatamam means most confidential. Most confidential. And anusuyave means non-envious. Anusuya means non-envious. So first I will read the complete translation of this slok and then we will discuss these 2 points, Guhyatamam and Anasuyave. So my dear Arjun, because you are never envious of me, I shall impart to you this most confidential knowledge and realization, knowing which you shall be relieved of the miseries of material existence. Krishna is saying, I am giving this knowledge of 2 reasons. One reason is that you are non-envious. So when we say anasuya means which is non-envious. Anasuya, which is non-envious. No, there is another word for envy. What is that word? What is the word for envy? Is jealousy. Jealousy. Yeah, it's not exactly same, but it's similar. Jealousy. It's quite similar. Or in German, how we say in German? Eifersucht or Eifersucht. Yeah, Eifersucht. Anusuyave. Irsha. In Hindi, we say Irsha. So Krishna is saying to Arjun, oh Arjun, I am giving this most confidential knowledge to you because you are non-envious person. You don't envy. This is the quality. See, when somebody should get any knowledge or any gyan, he should be deserving that gyan. He should deserve that knowledge. There is some qualification. For example, if you want to go to class second in the school, you have to pass the exam of class first. So there is a pre-requirement for class 2. And then class 3, there is a pre-requirement that he should pass. So for every qualification in this material world, there is a pre-qualification. Then why should not be there is a pre-qualification for the spiritual education? For spiritual education also there is a pre-qualification. Especially for the 𝗬𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗃, for the most confidential knowledge, there is definitely a pre-qualification. And this pre-qualification is one should be non-envious to others. You have known this word non-envious, but we want to maybe a little bit discuss about this word. What this word non-envious means. This is very good. This is a very subtle thing. Actually, all of us get this feeling. We have to admit all of us this feeling. This is very, very subtle. And how it starts? It starts when someone sees in a friend, in a neighbor, in a relative, or anyone known or unknown, when someone sees he has more money, he has more beauty, he has more intelligence, he has more qualities, he has this, I don't have this, he has this, I don't have. When somebody sees someone has higher than me, then it automatically, why he has, why I don't have. This subtle feeling comes. Why he got, why I don't have. And sometimes we don't think that we are not qualified, we are not having this because we don't deserve it. But he deserves it. We don't think like this. But we start making envy. We start comparing and start envy. Why he has, why I don't have. So this subtle feeling comes and this starts the root of envy in us. And why it happens? And when this envy happens, what happens with this envy? The two things happen. We start seeing fault in others. It leads to seeing fault in others. We want to bring the position of others down. Somehow we want to bring, how he becomes such a big person, how he becomes this, how he got this, how he's getting this respect. We want to bring him down. We want to see fault in him. Because by seeing fault in him, we become satisfied. Because we don't have this, he has. So we make self-satisfaction by seeing fault in others. We try to justify our position. And then due to seeing the fault in others, what happens? When we meet this person, when he comes in contact with us, he gets that energy is transferred to him. And because of that energy, this is a negative energy. This negative energy flows between the two persons. Then this person don't reveal with you anything in his mind. He don't want to share with you. Then the relations become constrained. And then the harmony, the positivity is lost in the environment. That positive exchange. Yeah, even it happens in the people in our known circle, that sometimes because of our envy, we don't communicate properly and we don't reveal our heart. And this is the result. And Krishna says, since you are not envious, you are non-envious, I want to give this knowledge to you. So this is one qualification, which is very important qualification for everyone who want to learn Bhagavad Gita, and especially chapter number 9 and 10. Because they are the center of Bhagavad Gita, especially this chapter 9, which is talking about the love of God and bhakti. One more important thing is that Krishna is saying in this is 𝗬𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗃. Why Krishna is using word 𝗬𝗂𝗯𝗀 here? First, he is explaining you are qualified for this because you are non-envious, and second, this is a 𝗬𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗃. This is a confidential knowledge. So before we go to the 𝗬𝗂𝗯𝗲, I want to tell you one main lesson from this part of the slok, and which says envy blocks the flow of love in a relationship. In a relationship, the envy blocks the flow of the love. When there is a feeling of envy towards someone, we start seeing fault in that person. Consequently, there is no heart-to-heart exchange. Envy blocks the flow of the love in a relationship. When there is a feeling of envy towards someone, we start seeing fault in that person. Consequently, there is no heart-to-heart exchange. So this is what this means. And when we are free from this, then we become qualified to get that confidential knowledge, that most confidential knowledge. Now, Krishna will talk about why chapter 9 is the most confidential knowledge. In the chapter number 2 to 6, Krishna is explaining to Arjun about the knowledge of matter and spirit. You know, what is matter, what is spirit, what is this word, what is body, what is soul. So Krishna is explaining about matter and spirit, knowledge of matter and spirit in chapter number 2 to 6. And this knowledge, when someone acquires this knowledge, he achieves liberation, moksha. So knowledge of chapter number 2 to 6 gives liberation, moksha. And this is called 𝗬𝗂𝗯𝗀, confidential knowledge. But knowledge of chapter number 7 and 8, when we were in the chapter number 7 and 8, it's 𝗬𝗂𝗪. After 𝗬𝗂 comes 𝗬𝗪. It's a next level. And this gives knowledge about God. Knowledge of bhakti and knowledge of God. Who is God? What is the energies of the God? Now, chapter number 7, chapter number 8, Bhagavan is telling a lot of things about himself. That I have my external energy, I have Maya Shakti, I have Yoga Maya Shakti, I have internal energy, external energy, and this material world, material manifestation is my external energy, my external potency. So these knowledge Krishna is giving in chapter number 7 and 8, which is if we have this knowledge, then we can go to the Vaikuntha Lok. Then we have the next level of knowledge, which is 𝗬𝗪. One is 𝗬𝗪, and now 𝗬𝗪 is discussed in chapter number 9. And 𝗬𝗪 is knowledge of pure bhakti. This is knowledge of pure bhakti. So this is knowledge of bhakti in chapter number 7 and 8, and chapter number 9 is knowledge of pure bhakti. The pure is added, 𝗬valya bhakti, Suddha bhakti. And this leads to Golokadham. So in the spiritual planet, everybody knows the word spiritual planet, that there is a material world and there is a spiritual world. In the spiritual world, there are two types of planets. One is called, actually spiritual world is, in general, is also called Vaikuntha Lok, or Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha, where there is no misery, there is no, which is, Satchit Anand, which is eternal. Vaikuntha is the spiritual world. But in the spiritual world also, there are many planets, different planets. And they are called Vaikuntha planets. And above all the Vaikuntha planets in the spiritual world, there is a planet called Goloka Vrindavan, Goloka planet. This is also part of the Vaikuntha planets, many Vaikuntha planets. And the highest is called the Goloka planets, where Sri Krishna is doing his Leelas, eternal pastimes. And there are many other incarnations of the Lord which are living in the Vaikuntha planets. Lord Vishnu is living in the Vaikuntha planet. Narayan is living in the Vaikuntha planet. Narsimha Bhagwan is living in the Vaikuntha planet. Matsya Avatar, Kashyap Avatar, all this Vara Avatar. They have, every avatar has their Vaikuntha planet. Hari Ananta, Hari Katha Ananta. So Hari takes a lot of infinite forms in different incarnations, and because of his different incarnations, he has different lokas for each incarnation. Depending on the mood of a devotee, the way he is worshipping his Ishtadev, everybody has their own Ishtadev, own way of worship, own mood. And according to the Ishtadev, the person goes to that planet when he remembers that Ishtadev at the time of the death, or during his life when he do japa of Ishtadev. So according to the Ishtadev, one achieves this. Now I want to ask you one thing very important. In our Vedic Shastras, there are 64 types of kalas. There are arts and 14 types of vidyas, techniques of the ancient vidya. 64 kalas and 14 vidyas. They are part of our Vedic Shastras, Vedic scriptures. And when Krishna was in the Sandipani ashram, he also took these vidyas from Sandipani Rishi. Although Krishna, he is the Lord, He don't need to be taught by a teacher because he's the Lord. He has everything inside him. Na? He's the source of everything. Sarva Karana Karanam. But still when he comes on this earth, he do Leela. As a part of the Leela, he go to Ujjain, to Avantika Nagari, city of Avantika, and there in the ashram of whom ashram? Sandipani Rishi's ashram, Krishna accept the knowledge of 64 kalas, arts, 14 vidyas. And how many days? Now my question is, how many days Krishna took to learn these all 64 kalas? How much time Krishna took to learn all these 64 kalas, arts? Just someone from the online. You can speak also. Or you can write in the chat box. Nobody has answer. Somebody answers. Seema Mataji answering 64 days. Yes, wonderful, perfect. Yes, it's the right answer. Krishna took 64 days in the ashram of Sandipani Muni to learn this 64 kalas. But actually, he can learn in 1 second also, and he in fact don't need to learn. It was his Leela, because Krishna want to teach us that when we are in the student life, we have to take the shelter of a guru. We have to learn the knowledge from a guru, a realized soul. This is the Siksha which he want to give to everybody by his own example, by the self-example. That's why he went to ashram, he went to a Gurukul, he learned in the school from his guru, 64 types of arts in 64 days. And now I want to go to the next. Yeah. So this is called Guhyatam. Guhyatam, na? He says, Idam tutem guhyatam jnanam. So this is the guhyatam. This is the most confidential knowledge. So what are the characteristics of this most confidential knowledge? Why it is called most confidential knowledge? Because there are so many 64 types of vidya, 64 type of knowledge, and this knowledge is the best among all the knowledges. What Krishna is giving in chapter number 9 is best knowledge among all the 64 knowledges. That's what it's called guhyatamam. Because all other knowledges are there. Like singing is also knowledge. Singing, singing skill is also a art. It's a kala, singing. And there are many type of kalas. There are many type of knowledges. So out of this 64 type of kala or arts, the most important is this knowledge of pure devotion. That's why Krishna will use a special word, Raj Vidya, Raj Guhyam, Pavitram, Idam Uttamam. So this is the reason Krishna will say Raj Vidya, Raj Guhyam, Pavitram, Idam Uttamam. And now I will give you what is the meaning of this, why Krishna is giving these 8 characteristics. So Raj Vidya means, Raj means like king of all the knowledge, king of all the knowledge. Out of 64 different type of arts, this is the most important. Sabhi vidyaon mein shrestha hai, best of all knowledge. That's why Krishna is using Raj Vidya. Then Rajguhyam means best of all the secrets. It's sabhi gopniya baaton mein sarvshrestha hai. Jitni bhi gopniya baatein hain, usme ye sarvshrestha hai. So best of all secrets. There are so many secrets, warfare secret, this secret. No, in the military there are so many secrets. In the kingdom, king is talking secretly to the minister's finance secret, earth secret. So many different type of secrets are there. Husband and wife has their own secrets. Children have their secrets. Teacher have some secrets. So there are many kind of secrets, and the most secret is this knowledge of pure devotion, which is the Raj Guhyam, is the most secret. Then what is the next? Pavitram idam. Pavitram idam means takes its most purifying. Pavitram idam. Pavitram means purify, all purifying. It's all purifying. When we take this knowledge, when we accept this knowledge, it purifies us from not everywhere, inside and outside, internally and externally. It purifies us mentally also. Our consciousness is purified, our intellectual is purified, and we get the power of discrimination, vivek. We get what is good, what is bad. We get the power of discrimination when we understand this knowledge, which is purifying, all purifying. And then it is What is the next? Uttamam. Uttamam means it is takes away from ignorance, takes above from ignorance. When we have some avidya, some ignorance, then it is uttamam. Tam means, what is tam, Prabhu? Tam means tamas.
Something negative characteristic,
Tamasic, negative characteristics. And tam means andhakar. Om ajnana timirandhasya tam. So tam means andhakar. Tam means darkness. Tama. Uttama means which takes away from the darkness, which takes above. Yeah. So this knowledge is uttama because it takes above from the darkness, from ignorance. So I'm talking about the 8 special characteristics of this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Rajavidya, Rajguhyam, Pavitram, Idam, Uttamam. Dharmya. Dharmya means it is perfection of religion. धर्म की पूर्णता और धर्म की सफलता is perfection of religion, because there are so many kind of religions and this is the perfection of the religion. And then what next? Avyayam. Avyayam means it cannot be destroyed. It's avyaya. Vaya means which can finish, which never finish, which always remains, which is always alive, which is a live knowledge, which can never die. It is in all times, all places, all circumstances. It was there. Krishna says to Arjuna, I have told this knowledge to the sun god millions of years before, and now I am telling to you, and this has come in the parampara, in the disciplic succession. This knowledge has come. So this avyayam, this will never go away. This will be always there.
Okay.
Avyayam. And then after that, Pratyaksha avagamam. Pratyaksha avagamam is a very, very important term which says direct self-perception, direct perception. Pratyaksha, by direct perception, you can get this Atma Gyan, this self-realization by direct perception. So, Pratyaksha means direct perception, avagamam means you understand it by directly and you realize it also. You feel it, you use it, you apply in the life. Practically, you can apply. This is a practical knowledge. It's not theoretical knowledge. It's a practical knowledge. You can directly perceive and apply. It's a self-realization. And then, yes, I have a question. What is self-realization? Is a self-realization is when you know our constitutional position, what we are, that we are not this body, we are the soul, and every soul has a super soul. We are a soul and every soul has a super soul. This is the self-realization. This is easy to just say theoretically, but very difficult to apply in the practical life. And when we start applying this knowledge in the practical life, then we become self-realized. When we really apply this in the practical life. Now, Susukham, this is the 8th quality. How many? Total 8 qualities Krishna has said. Susukham means this is all joyful. Susukham, all joy come. It can be learned easily. It's not difficult actually that you have to struggle hard for learning it. For Pythagoras theorem, we were struggling in the school, and then quantum mechanics who are student of science so much quantum mechanics and photons, electrons, this so much hard work we have to do to learn all this. But this is Susukham. Susukham means very easily one can learn, and it's everlasting, ever joyful. Everlasting and ever joyful. Avyayam is also everlasting. And Susukham, Kritam Avyayam. So these are the 8 characteristics of this Raj Vidya Rajguhyam, this confidential, most confidential knowledge. Please remember these characteristics. If you remember these characteristics, you will have a special love for Bhagavad Gita. You will feel that oh, this is the characteristics of the knowledge in Bhagavad Gita. I must read Bhagavad Gita in detail because this is the essence of our life. This is the essence of all the Vedas. Now, I want to give some examples. This is Susukham because anybody can learn it. Women can learn it. Men can learn it. Small children can apply in their life. Indian can apply. German can apply. African can apply. American can apply. Everybody can apply in their life. All genders, all caste, all ages, all places. everybody can apply this knowledge. It's a 𝗬𝗪𝗂𝗯𝗲 knowledge. Then in the next sloka, Arjuna was putting a query to the Krishna, and Krishna will answer in the next sloka. If this is Raj Vidya Raj Guhyam, now such a wonderful, important knowledge, then why not everyone accept this? Then why not accept this knowledge? Why? What's the reason that people are not giving priority to this knowledge? And then Krishna is saying one very, very important thing. Krishna says, they don't have faith. They don't have a faith. This is the problem. Krishna is saying in sloka number thing, faith is very, very important. People don't have faith. They think, oh, faith is blind. They think like this, faith is blind, but faith has a basis. And I will tell you why we need faith. But before that, Krishna is saying to Arjuna, oh Krishna, you are right. People don't know this knowledge. They don't want to get this knowledge because they have no faith. But I have faith in you, Krishna. Kindly give that knowledge to me. This is the perfect example of a student that one, he is non-envious. I was telling two qualifications. One is non-envious, and second, he should have faith. Faith, eagerness, humility, gratitude. Faith is very important out of it. He should have the faith. And Krishna is saying, yes, hear about my remarkable powers. Then Krishna start telling about 𝗬𝗪𝗀𝗯𝗲. Krishna will give some 𝗬𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗲. Because you have a faith, I will give you the 𝗬𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀. I will give my knowledge to you. And Arjuna say, yes, I am all ears. I am all ears. You know, when such people who are very faithful and very humble, very non-envious, who are perfect student, they actually pray to the Lord, let me have 1,000 or 10,000 ears in my body so that I can listen this knowledge. Not only 2 years, I should have 10,000 ears in my whole body is made up of ears, so that I can always listen this knowledge, always listen from my teachers, from my Guru Janas. So this is, and I have thousands of mouth, thousands of tongue, that I can glorify this knowledge by my thousands of tongue, and I can listen from thousands of ears. So this is the bhava of a humble student who has a faith. Now I want to talk with you one very important topic before I go to the next sloka. Why does God need faith? Why God need faith? Why God is demanding faith? Why Krishna is saying you should have faith, then can you understand why Krishna demands faith? What is the reason? Is faith needed only for the spiritual education?
Everything.
Or we need for the faith for other things also?
Other things also.
Okay. Some are like-minded people who are saying we need faith. What about the people here? Because, you know, sometimes the spiritual knowledge is not accepted by people because, yeah, these people are doing faith. They are making faith. Faith is taken some cheapness. Faith is considered as a cheapness. That people are doing faith. But actually, we are doing faith in every part of our life. We are doing so many places faith. I want to give you some examples where we need faith. A child or anybody, when you eat food, when you are in a restaurant, you are going to a restaurant. Actually, these are the examples which I have learned from our seniors and from Prabhupada. This is not my examples. So they are examples from Srila Prabhupada in the books. In his books, these examples are given. And some of the senior Vaishnava, they also speak about in their classes. So I have learned from them and I put it here. And there is example of a restaurant, like in the restaurant, you go for eating food. Do you ask to the restaurant owner that, did you make some poison in the, like, is there any poison inside mixing in the food? Should I eat it or not eat it? Or last 1 year, if somebody died after eating your food, did you ask? You go to the counter and say, I want to ask you one question. Before I order my food in your restaurant, I want to ask you, in last 1 year, how many people died of eating your food? Did someone die or everybody is alive? Did you ask this question to the restaurant owner? No. You go to the restaurant, you take a seat, you see the menu card and directly order. How? How you are able to do that? Because you have a faith that it has no poison. You will not die. This is, you have a faith. that there is no poison. So you make faith there in the material life. You are doing faith there. Now, second example, you're traveling in a train or a car, taxi, or in a plane. You're taking a taxi, or you are going in a Hawaii Yatra, in a flight. When you are going for a flight, for a Yatra, do you go to the pilot and ask, do you have a proper license? Can you take me safely to my destination? Or it's you will kill me on the way, like you will make a crash of. You will never go. You never go. Nobody go to the pilot and say, oh, do you learn properly? I don't have a faith in you. I don't want to sit in the aeroplane. He go to the pilot and he don't never go to the pilot. He go to his place and sit. And in the taxi also, we never ask his license, your driving license. So because I don't know if you make an accident. So what we are doing here, we are doing faith. This is in the regular life. I'm giving the examples of the regular life. When we are not asking a driving license to the pilot and taxi driver or train driver, but we are asking questions when we say we have to do faith for spirituality. Why we should do faith in Bhagavad Gita? We should be logical, every time logical. Reasoning. Reasoning is important. Reasoning is important, I will tell you. But faith is important also, because we are doing faith in the regular life also. Now we take the next example. We go to a barber shop. We are in a barber shop. In a barber shop, we are sitting on the chair, comfortable chair, and we are calm and composed. We are, because we have so many running life. Now we are running in the life. So when we go to barber shop, there is nothing to do. We become calm. Devotees start chanting there. The devotees find the best place to chant, like, okay, now we can chant in the remembering of Krishna. Always remember me, never forget. So we start chanting and remembering and thinking some things, and we are in peace. And barber is doing cutting and shaving, and he has a ustra, he has a blade, he has a razor, and very sharp razor. So he can also cut our throat. He can cut our throat. But we have a faith. We have a faith. So we don't know him. We go to a new shop, completely in a new city, new shop. We sit there. We are very calm and cool and composed, and we never make a question that you will cut my throat. We have a faith in the barber, but we don't have a faith in Krishna's word. This is our problem. We have faith in the barber. We have a faith in the pilot of the flight. We have a faith in the restaurant cook. And we have faith in the university. When we go to the university, we apply for a degree, certificate. We go for studying. We never say at the time of admission, will you give me the degree at the end of the course, or you will not give the degree? We never ask. We have a faith in the university. They will give me the degree. Of course, we have to pass the exams. It is not that they will anyway give the degree. Maybe some universities might give the degree anyway, but a proper authentic university will not give the degree unless we pass. So when we go to the university, we never ask if you give me the degree or not. We have automatic understanding. We have a faith in the university. If we study the course as per the plan and we pass the exam, we will get the certificate. This is called faith. This is faith. And when we buy a book from the market, then we buy a book. We buy the book because we have a faith that we learn something from this book. Although we don't know the author, we don't know the book, but we make a first faith, initial faith, that we will learn something important from this book. So we are buying this book. So we get some message. So we are also making a faith in normal books, material books. So we are doing so many faith. But when it comes to the spiritual knowledge, spiritual education, it comes to the guru, it comes to the God, we always talk about, oh, faith. These people are having faith. I am logical. I will say, my dear devotees, we need logic and faith both. We need reasoning and faith law. And this is called reasonable faith. Reasoning and faith is reasonable faith. So we need the reasonable faith in every walk of life. Why not in the spiritual life? When we, I give some example. You see a train is there now. A train has accident. So people are died. And when you see a train accident, do you stop traveling the train? Next time you will never travel in the train the whole life because you see the accident. No, you travel in the train because you have a faith. You don't lose the faith. You have a faith that when I sit in the train, I will go to my destination. You don't lose the faith. And then this incident, 9/11. In the 9/11, there was twin tower. Both the twin towers were blasted. But did people lose the faith that I will never go in a tower in my life? Because towers have the danger of the life. We did not lose the faith. We are still working in the towers. There are millions of towers in the, like many thousands of towers in this world. People are working. All the IT people are working in towers. All the software and all the big companies and big societies are in towers. So we don't lose the faith because of one incident or some incidents. The faith is always there in us. So now the question is scientific people in the science, do we not need faith in the science? Is faith not required in modern science? What is your answer? Do we need faith or not in the modern science? The so-called modern sciences. We need faith? We don't need faith in the science?
We need
We will see. Let us see from the, I will not say anything. I myself is a scientist, so so yeah. As a scientist, I know how much faith we need, how much faith we depend on actually. But I will not say about myself because I'm teaching, I'm taking the classes. So you will say, oh, I'm partial, I'm talking about faith. I will take the example of materialistic scientists, the noble scientists, what they say about the faith. Let us take some examples from the modern science. This scientist is called 𝗬𝗠𝗋. He's a physicist, a great scientist. And he says, we physicists are trying to uncover more of that, the universality of our scientific theories. It is our belief that there is more. It is our belief. What is belief means? What is the meaning of belief?
It has some
Trust, faith. It is our belief that there is more. So scientists are also talking about belief, about faith, about trust. Now, next, not only one scientist. Max Planck is the greatest scientist. I think it's from Germany, no? He gives a Max theory. I think he's from Germany, German scientist. Yes, Max Planck. There are institute called Institute for Max Planck Institute in Germany. There are some research company. And this physicist says, over the entrance to the temple of science are written the words, ye must have faith. Ye must have. In the temple of science. What is temple of science? The laboratories, the big research lab, big research centers. They are the temple of science. And at the entrance of the temple of science is written, ye must have faith. And these are the words of Max Planck. He is the greatest scientist of the world. And now we go next. Actually, some people think that God. Now we come to the next topic. After the faith, we come to the next topic. Some people have the conception that it is a work of great effort for God to maintain this world. So some people think, yeah, the God has got older. He's very older, and this material world, this world is so heavy, and he's just carrying this load, and he's so tired. So some people have this conception. And who is this person? Somebody can tell who is this person in this picture? Atlas. Yes, Mataji. Wonderful. You are a wonderful answer. So Mataji says, this person is called Atlas. He's a Greek god. He's a Greek god, and he's holding the earth and burdened under its weight. It seems that the god is burdened under the weight of the earth. And some people have this conception that God has to do so many things, so many tasks he's doing. People are so many prayer, millions, billions of people are praying. He has to listen everything. He has to do so much of work. He's tired completely. He's tired. God is tired. And he's carrying the whole burden of creation, maintenance, and destruction. So much tired. This is the conception of the God for some people. But Bhagavad Gita gives a proper, true conception of the God. What is the proper conception of the God? Maya tatam idam sarvam. Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat avyakta murtina. Maya tatam idam sarvam. Krishna says, I am everywhere. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. So this is a very, very confidential knowledge. This class is very small for this sloka because this sloka is a very deep sloka. But I will give only the meaning of the sloka, but going in detail is very difficult because this is a very, very deep sloka. People get confused in understanding this sloka. So here Krishna is saying this material world rests on his energy, but he's aloof. He's aloof. He's not involved in that. Everything is resting on him. He's like a 𝗬𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗃, like he's like a string in the necklace. In necklace, you see the pulse. All the planetary systems are like pulse. And who is binding all this planetary system is Krishna, is the God who is everywhere, all pervading. Who is all pervading, and everything is in him. And he is in everything. They're both ways. Everything is in him and he is in everything. But still he is aloof. He is not attached to it. He's aloof. And how we can understand this? Because he is free from the material nature. Material nature is depending on him, but he is not depending on the material nature. So here there is Krishna, and from Krishna there are two types of energy: material energy and spiritual energy. And material energy is making the material world. So from Krishna comes this material energy. Last chapter number 7, we discussed he has two types of energy: external energy and internal energy. And this external energy is 𝗪𝗪 and mind, intelligence, and false ego. So there are 8 elements. They are consisting the external energy or material energy, and from this material energy is material universe. This is the cosmos. This is a manifested world, and Krishna is running this world. He made the world. He is a creator, and he is the maintainer. But he is not doing it directly. He is doing through his energy, and his energy is material energy. He has different energies for different functions. So this is the meaning of this sloka. Now he is saying some more things about his energy. He is saying Maya adhyakshena prakrti Maya adhyakshena prakrti suyate sacharacharam hetun nain kaunteya jagat viparivartate jagat viparivartate. So Krishna is saying here, this material nature, which is one of my energies, is working under my direction because it is his energy. So his energy will work under his direction because it is his energy. It is coming from him. O son of Kunti, producing all moving and non-moving beings under its rule, this manifestation is created and annihilated again and again. So what Krishna is saying, this material nature, the whole cosmos manifestation, this is my energy. This is my energy. This is Maya, Mahamaya, this energy, this material, this Prakrti, which we say Prakrti, the material manifestation. This is my energy, and this is working under my direction. That means God is never illusioned by the energy because it is his energy. It is working under his direction, and it is producing all moving and unmoving, non-moving effects, all which is moving and non-moving, all which is Jad and Chetan. It is all coming from this material energy, is finally under the direction of Lord. So this is the meaning of this sloka. Okay. Then here Krishna is saying that there are many type of people. There are many type of people who are worshipping me, who are taking my shelter, who are worshipping me. And one type of the people are who are fools and impersonalists. Impersonalist means Mudha bhi abhijanati. Mudha mem abhijanati. Mudha means fools. The fools, they don't know me. They see me as an ordinary person. Because when I take birth, Krishna says to Arjun, although I am all pervading, although I am inside everything and everything is inside me, and this is my energy, everything is under my energies, my supervision, my direction. Still, when I come in this earthly planet by taking a avatara, by taking a incarnation, I come as a Krishna, I come as Ram, I come as Narasimha, I come as different forms. Then people think I am a normal, ordinary person. I am just person with some special qualities. They don't take me as a Bhagwan, as a Supreme Lord. They think I am an ordinary person, ordinary human. And these people, I say, they are fooled because they are illusioned. Their vision is impaired. Their vision is illusioned. And then Krishna is talking, second type of people are great souls who worship me with great devotion. The second type of people. The first type of people are fools and impersonalists. The second type of people are great souls, the Mahatmas, who are under my spiritual energy. They are always worshipping me with devotion. Then third type of people is called Jnani number 1. The Jnani number 1 is worshipping me oneness. They are the people who are worshipping me, Brahmavadis, oneness. That everything is one, everything becomes one. I will become one with the Lord. I will become, there is this supreme consciousness, and I am part of the supreme consciousness. I also will become supreme consciousness later on. Normally there are two things, Atma and Paramatma, soul and super soul. But some people think that I will merge in the super soul. I myself will become the super soul. I will lose my identity as a soul and I will become a super soul. And these people are called oneness. They are worshipping Lord in the oneness. Then the second kind of people are Jnani number 2. They worship me in diversity. Means they worship me diversity. They have different demigod worship. They will see me in Shiva, in Ganesha, in Lakshmi, in Suryadev, in Indra, in Durga Devi. They see me in different type of demigods and they worship me in diversity. And then there are third type of Jnanis which say they worship me in the universal form. There is a Virat Roop, universal form. So they worship me universal form. In the 11th chapter, we will discuss also the universal form of the Lord, Virat Roop. That everything is coming from me and everything is going to me, inside me. Then all the planetary system are inside me. Krishna is saying in the Virat Roop. Everything is coming out from me. So some people are worshipping him as this. So these are Jnani number 1, Jnani number 2, Jnani number 3. You can see the impersonalist knowledge like oneness. Then you have different demigod worship. And then you have this Jnani number 3 with Virat Roop. Some people see universal knowledge like, oh, okay, they see stars, they see trees, plants, rivers, mountains. They see it's universe. This is God. This is universe is God. Everything is God. Everything is universe. So this is the feeling of different type of people. They worship the Lord with the different feelings. So sloka number 16 says, Ahem kratur ahem yagya. So Krishna says, I am everything. I am everything. What everything is? I am in everything. I am all pervading. I am the ultimate shelter and the cause of all causes. Sarva karana karanam. I am the cause of all causes. And then Krishna is giving a wonderful sloka which says, Ananyas chintayanto mam ye janha par upasate tesam nitya yuktanam yoga 𝗬𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗃 𝗬𝗕𝗀. Krishna is saying that my devotees who are worshipping me, Ananyas chintayanto mam, who are worshipping me with the constant devotion, with the one-pointed devotion, Ananya bhav, with pure devotion. They are just focusing on me and they are not desiring any fruits, any self fruits. Only for today. Yeah. Yes. So Ananyas chintayanto mam, those who are meditating on me with the Ananya bhav, with one-pointed attention, with the exclusive devotion only on me. They don't care for the personal benefits, or they are not asking any boons. They are not asking for any benefits. Such people are Mahatma. Such people are devotees. They are the devotees. And for such people, Krishna is giving a guarantee, wonderful guarantee, which nobody can take in the whole world. This guarantee only Krishna can take in the whole world. And this guarantee is yoga-kshevam vahamyaham. Yoga-kshevam vahamyaham. Two things Krishna is saying. Actually, when you have this LIC, LIC life insurance policy in India, there is a LIC company. What is the punchline? You can see on the internet. LIC punchline is yoga-kshevam vahamyaham. जिंदगी के साथ भी और जिंदगी के बाद भी. पर क्या सचमुच LIC जिंदगी के बाद हो सकती है? कभी कभी वो जिंदगी के साथ में भी नहीं रहती। वो लोगों को, उनकी वाइफ और बच्चे, जब कोई आदमी छोड़ देता है शरीर, तो उनके पेरेंट्स, बच्चे या डिपेंडेंट जाते हैं क्लेम के लिए, तो वो 10 रीजन देते हैं कि इसलिए ये रीजन क्लेम नहीं मिलेगा। तो वो जिंदगी के साथ भी नहीं है, वो जिंदगी के बाद तो बात की बात है। जिंदगी के बाद तो एलआईसी कभी हो ही नहीं सकती। तो वो बोलने वाली बात है, जिंदगी के साथ भी जिंदगी के बाद भी। बट भगवान कृष्ण कहते हैं कि यस आई एम देयर, आई एम देयर योगक्षेमम वहाम्यहम। And LIC cannot fulfill this yogakshamam vahamyam. The meaning of the yogakshamam means, yoga means I will give you what you need. Yoga means I will give you what you need. The devotees, my devotees who are doing one-pointed devotion on me, who are exclusively devoted to me, they are my dear. I love them. They are very, very friend to me, and I will fulfill their all requirements. What they lack, I will provide them. What they lack, yogakshemam. And what is vahamyam? Vahamyam means what they don't have, I will bring to them. What they don't have, I will bring to. This is the guarantee of Krishna. And there is a story about it, Arjunacharya. There is many stories about this, how Krishna has proved this. There is a story of Arjunacharya where Krishna proved this yogakshemam vahamyam. But there is no time today to go for this story. When we will read the plain reading of the chapter 9, then I will recite this story, the example of Arjunacharya. I will give you this story, wonderful story, this about this sloka, Yogakshemam Vahamyam. Krishna and Balram himself, they personally came and they proved that this sloka is correct. And I will tell when we do the plain reading of the chapter, that time in the question answer session also. So right now we can go ahead. Now we are already, time is going. Now there is a question that many people ask this question to me also in the, they ask me the question, do all paths take us to the same destination? They ask the question. Some people think all the paths go to the same destination. But Krishna is saying here, no, all paths don't take to the same destination. For example, we have to go to Ahmedabad. Those who are Indian, they know Ahmedabad in West India. And we take ticket of Calcutta. Calcutta is the east and west. There are two directions. If we take the ticket of Calcutta, we go take the train of Calcutta. Can we reach to Ahmedabad? Is it possible? No, not possible. That means all paths are not going to the same destination. All paths while going somewhere, at least there are sometime it is possible that paths can go to the same destination with different routes, but not every time it is possible that all paths go to the same. For example, when we go to Delhi to Bombay, you can go through Surat and you can go through Pune, or there are different routes. Surat or I don't know, Ahmedabad, through Ahmedabad, Bombay train. Through Surat. Okay. So there are different routes from Delhi to Mumbai. You can take that route. Sometimes it's longer, sometimes it's shorter. But it is not correct that all paths are going to the same place. We have given the example. If you go to Calcutta, and take that, how you will go to Ahmedabad. So all paths. So when those who are worshipper of different methods, they have different destinations, which Krishna will give in the next sloka. So Krishna is saying, those who are worshipping the Devtas, Devi Devtas, semi-gods, they like sun, moon and other, they will go to the other planets, heavenly planets or sun planet, moon planet. So they will go to different planets. Who are worshipping Devtas, they go to the planets of Devtas, demigods, planets of the gods. And those who are worshipping Pitra means your grandfather who has left the body, or your grandmother, grandfather, or any relatives who has left the body, they are called Pitras. And those who are worshipping Pitras, they go to the Pitra planet. There is a planet for Pitras also. Those who are worshipping the ghosts and spirits, they go to their planets, ghosts and spirits, those planets. They are also planets for those living entities. Then there is Madhyaji. Krishna says, when you worship me, personal, as a Krishna, as a Shyam Sundar, as a Bhagavan, when you worship me, then you come to the Goloka Vrindavan. Goloka Vrindavan. This is the destination. So worshipper of each path has a destination depending on his Ishtadev, on his Bhava. So this is Krishna is saying directly in Bhagavad Gita. So this is a proof. Sometimes people say, Whatever we do, whatever we always go to the same place. Everybody go to the same place. This is not correct. Krishna is specifically telling in Bhagavad Gita that depending on the bhava, 𝗬𝗬𝗰𝗂𝗯𝗲, whatever you follow, which practice you do, you accordingly get the accordingly nature. Devtas, Pitra, Bhutani, Madhyaji. Then we get the lesson from this part. The important lesson is there can be many ways to reach a place, but it does not mean that any path leads to the same place. Before choosing a spiritual path, before choosing a guru, we should know very well where we want to go. We should take a conscious decision where we want to go. Do we want to go to Pitraloka, which is temporary, which has also the miserable the problems like we have in other material planets? If we go to the heavenly planets in this world, there is a life that also I told in the last chapter that there is a life of Brahma also. So there is a pralyakal, there is a annihilation, destruction, everything will be finished. So there is no eternity. There is no free from miseries. There can be less miseries than earthly planets. In the heavenly planets is not miserable like earthly planet, is more miserable. But there is also life temporary. There is also when our punyas are finished, we come back again here. We fall down. It's a credit bank. This going to heavenly planets is a credit bank. You have in credit card, how many credits you have, the money you have, you can use the money unless you have a account credit. And once your credits are finished, you cannot use. Like when you go to heavenly planets, higher planets in this material world, in this material manifestation, then you go to those higher planets, to heavenly planets, unless you have these punyas, you make punyas, good karmas. And when these punyas are finished, you just fall down again back. Like you have a helicopter has a fuel, have a petrol or fuel, aviation fuel. Until there is a aviation fuel, the helicopter is running, flying, and when the fuel is finished, helicopter fall down. It cannot sustain on the sky. Similarly, we are in the heavenly planets until we have a punya. When our punyas are finished, our credits are finished, then we come back to the earth. But when we go to the spiritual world, the Vaikuntha or Goloka, then we never return from there. Never. Punar janmana vidyate. Krishna himself saying, one will never return from there. It's eternal life. So we have to decide very carefully which path we choose, where we want to go. Now we are coming to the end because I think there are only 28 slokas and we are now already coming to the end of this. So what is the true qualification to serve you? Arjuna is asking to Krishna, what is the true qualification to serve you? And Krishna says, only with pure love. Pure love is the qualification of serving me. Actually, pure love is the qualification everywhere. No? If we have a pure love, it is a different thing. It's not formality. Now, Bhagavan don't need formality. He also don't like. He's our father, eternal father, and father and son, son and mother has love, and the relation of love is more stronger. So Krishna says, only with pure love, one can serve you. Arjuna is asking how we can serve you. He said, only with the pure love, and pure love means bhakti. So here Krishna is giving one nice example, which is a wonderful sloka. And this sloka says, Patram puspam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya priyachati tad aham bhakti upahartam asnami prayatam mataham manaha prayatat manaha. So Krishna is saying, oh Arjuna, I am not hungry of any things from you. Some people say, oh, I have to give Bhagavan to this, I have to offer this, I have to offer this. Can only a rich man do the bhakti? Can only a rich man do the devotion? That when somebody is very rich, he can do offerings, he can organize big festivals, he can give lot of dana, spend a lot of donations. A poor person cannot do bhakti, poor person cannot do devotion. Krishna is giving a wonderful example here that bhakti can be done by everybody. Everybody can love me. I just Bhagavan bhav ke bhuke. Bhagavan, the Lord is only hungry for our bhav, for our emotions, for our love. He don't need anything from us. And he's giving a nice example here. Patram puspam phalam toyam. If somebody offer me with love and devotion a leaf, in the Sanskrit, the patram means one leaf. It's not patrau. In Sanskrit, now you have You have ekvachan, bahuvachan. What is singular and plural? Singular and plural. Na? He's not saying plural. He's saying singular. Patram, puspam. Puspam is one flower, one leaf, one flower, one fruit. Patram, puspam, phalam, one fruit. Toyam, one glass water, little water, only small water. Just give me, offer me some leaves. And Krishna likes tulsi leaves. Krishna loves tulsi leaves. If you offer me some tulsi leaves, if you offer me one flower, if you offer me one fruit, one apple, one pears, any flower, any fruit you can offer me with love and little water, I am very happy. And you are my great devotee. I am your best friend. Just with this, he don't need much from us. But sometimes we think, no, those great devotees like who can donate millions of euros, of course, it's always yathasakti. With yathasakti, if we have a capability, we should also do. It is not that Krishna said one flower and then we take only one flower. We don't need a bouquet. We go to the market and we say, can we get one flower? Because Krishna says one flower. Krishna saying yathasakti. If you have some capability, you can do. But I'm happy only with one flower also. Even you don't have one flower, just with the love, you can offer the flower by mind only. If you have no real flower, if you have no real fruit, but in your mind, you can make an offering. Oh, Krishna, sorry, I don't have the flower. In Germany, this is a common case. We don't have flowers in the house. Now it's cold climate. So flowers are not easily available. So you can offer the flower in the morning. You go to the temple, the deities, and you say, I want to offer you rose or lotus flower mentally. Like you create the flower in your mind. And Krishna, sorry, I don't have. Oh Lord, I don't have. But I want to offer you a wonderful smelling fragrance flower. And in mentally, you offer the flower to the Lord, and Lord will accept it. Mentally, you offer the fruit to the Lord. You have no fruit. You offer to the Lord mentally. He will accept. You give water. But if you don't have the things, you can do mental seva. It's called mansik seva. Mansik seva. There are many kind of bhakti, and one bhakti is called mansik bhakti. It's a very high level because you have to go to that. You have to imagine that you have to really do mansik with full bhav, with deepness. You have to think. You have to meditate on the Lord, and then you have to offer in a mansik way. And Lord accept it. There are many examples in our shastras that Lord has accepted the mansik sevas. I have also examples. We can, if you remind me during the question answer session, and then I will tell the story of the mansik seva. How somebody offered mansik kheer in mansik bhav, and his hand was when he was tasting, he created the kheer like milk rice for offering to the Lord, and he was because he was just so much bhav, so much deepness, and then he was just touching with a finger, and his tongue was burning because of it was too hot. He cooked a hot kheer in the mentally. So this all works, but you have to have a faith, and this happens at a very high level. When person is very deep devotee, then he can also mentally offer. Everybody can mentally offer something to the Lord. Krishna, Lord is not demanding us big money, lot of money, like you give 10 million euro, then only I will become I can love you. And then Arjuna is asking, what if someone doesn't have that pure, simple love? Then Krishna is saying, if somebody don't have love, because getting this situation of love is a very high level. It's not easy. We have years and years, or not years and years, birth and birth of the avidya. We have ignorance from the birth of birth. So we don't have this pure love immediately. It takes time. Purification takes time. Cheto darpan marjanam. The cheto darpan means our hirdaya, our chetana, our consciousness. The purification takes time. It takes some time. It's a slow process, gradual process. And Arjuna is asking, if somebody don't have a pure love for you, a selfless love for you, then what they should do? Then Krishna is saying, in the 9.27, Krishna is a wonderful sloka, do everything as an offering to me. Yat karosi, yat asnasi, yat juhosi dadasi yat tapassi 𝗂𝗀𝗃 tat kurusva mad arpanam. Krishna is saying, yat karosi, yat apnosi. Yat karosi means whatever you do. Whatever you do, yat karosi. Yat asnasi means whatever you eat. Yat juhusi means whatever you offer. And yat dadasi means whatever you give away. And yat tapasyasi means whatever you do austerities. So whatever austerities, whatever food, whatever offering, whatever work Whatever you do in your life, then just offer to me. Just offer everything to me. Just say, I am doing this work, I am doing studies. Oh Krishna, I offer my study to you. I am buying new clothes, I offer to you, and then I use them. And I want to do some service for society, I offer you this service. I want to earn money for me, but I offer this to you. So everything I offer to the Lord. And Krishna says, if somebody don't have a pure love, then he can do like this. It is called niskam karma, that you are offering everything to the Lord. In this way, you will be freed from bondage of work. In this way, when you offer everything to me, whatever you do, then you will get free from the bondage of that action. Whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, and I forgive his mistakes and correct him. Krishna says, I already repeated this many times, that whatever you can offering, a little thing also, I am the friend and I will forgive his all the mistakes and I will correct him. And 𝗬𝗂𝗯𝘂𝗯𝗲, that whatever my devotees are missing, I will provide them, and whatever they have, I will protect them. Even the unfit can get me, so why can't you? So Krishna is saying to Arjuna, even an unfit person can get me. Why cannot you get me? He's so bhakt-vatsala. He is very, very compassionate. He is not like somebody is with a stick, standing with a stick. Do it. You do it, then only I will give you this. No, he's not like the God is never make an image of the Lord that he's with a stick and he want to punish us and he want to. Lord is very compassionate. He's made up of kripa, daya, compassion. And he treats us as children, and he's very unhappy when we are going away from him. He's not happy with this. So he's always there for us, but he wants us to, that we make our face, we turn to him. We are turned away. We have to turn up our face to him, then he will take care of everything. We have to just turn up to him. And then, yes, I gave these examples. So what I want to say, the last sloka, before I say the last sloka, I want to say that the essence of Vedas is Upanishad. Essence of Upanishad is Bhagavad Gita. Essence of Bhagavad Gita is chapter 9 and 10, middle, and essence of this chapter 9 and 10, which is in the middle, is sloka number 9.34. It is the last sloka, my dear devotees, from Bhagavad Gita, and this last sloka is also the middle of Bhagavad Gita. As I mentioned, chapter 9 and 10 are the middle. They are total 18 chapters. If you take mean, 9 and 10 are the middle. And end of the 9 is the middle of 9 and 10. Yeah, end of the 9 is the middle of the 9 and 10. And what is the end of the 9? 9.34. And this is the most important sloka of Bhagavad Gita. There is no other sloka important. It is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. This is the summary, 𝗬𝗏𝗂𝗯𝗃. This is the summary, essence. And this is the, from the cow comes milk, from the milk comes, what comes from the milk? Yogurt. And from yogurt comes butter. And from butter comes purified butter, ghee. And this is the ghata, this is the ghee, this is that purified. This is the sloka, which is 9.34, is the essence, is the nectar of Bhagavad Gita. And now we will read this sloka before we finish this chapter. And this sloka is so nice, everybody can remember this sloka, and maybe you note down this and you can remember later on. Manmana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mam 𝗬𝗪 𝗂𝗧𝘂𝗧𝘂𝗯𝗲 atmanam matparayanah. So man mana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Krishna is saying in this sloka, man mana bhava. Man mana bhava. It's a 4 message. In this sloka, there are 4 instructions by Krishna to Arjuna. And what are the 4 instructions? The one instruction is man mana bhava. Give your mind to me. Always engage your mind in me, in my service. Always engage your mind in my service. Man mana bhav. Your mind and intelligence, just give it to me. Mad bhakto, and become my devotee. Mad bhakto. Man mana bhav. Give your mind to me. Engage your mind in me. Always remember me in your mind. Always think of me. Man manabhav. And mad bhakto means become my devotee. Madhyaji. Madhyaji means worship me, do my puja, worship me. By different ways you can do worshipping of the Lord. Mam namaskuru, the fourth one. Mam namaskuru, pay obeisances to me. It's a very, actually there is a big importance of the paying obeisances. Paying obeisances. When we pay obeisances, when we bow down to the Lord, then we get the blessings. There is a big importance of his going down. And Krishna himself is saying to Arjuna, do 4 things. If you do 4 things, then you are my devotee and my best friend, and you will be in the bliss. This is the essence of message of Bhagavad Gita. Man mana bhav. Engage your mind, your activities, and your intelligence in me. Remember me. Think of me. Man mana bhav. Mad bhakto, become my devotee. Madhyaji, worship me. Mam namaskuru, pay obeisances to me, bow down to me. And when you do this, you are my best friend and best devotee, and you will be with me, always with me in this condition. And now, my dear devotees, you can prepare some questions. I have time for the questions today. With this, we have finished the chapter Raj Vidya, Raj Guhyam. So this is the most confidential knowledge, how to go to the God, Krishna. And here are the top 5 lessons. I will just quickly go through. I will not spend much time here. We have discussed in detail. Envy is very subtle. Envy is very subtle. And we have, if we want to learn the subtle, this topmost knowledge, Krishna has put one precondition to all the living entities, to all the humans, that if you become free of envy, then you can get this knowledge. If we are envious, we cannot admire it, we cannot relish it, we cannot absorb it, and we cannot apply it if we are envious. I explained this in detail in the beginning. This is an important point. So, because Arjun is envious, non-envious, that's why Krishna has given this knowledge to Arjun, and we have to also become non-envious like Arjun, so that we also get this knowledge. Just reading is different thing, and applying is different thing in the life, and this application is possible when we really become non-envious to others. दूसरा है लैंग्वेज ऑफ लव, प्रेम की भाषा. प्रेम की भाषा, लैंग्वेज ऑफ लव. So language speaks, love speaks louder. Love is louder. Love is more important than any other actions. So Krishna loves the language of love. He likes that when we love him, even if we don't have all the facilities and we don't do austerities and we do a lot of big donations, but if we do something with love, then he accepts it. And this is also, we see in the word that that language of love is more powerful. Then we have, in love a little is lot. Patram puspam phalam toyam. In love a little is lot. Remember this line. God is all equal. God is all equal. Suhridam sarva bhutanam. I am friend of everyone. I am not partial to anybody, that I am partial to this. He is equal to everyone. Just we have forgotten him. We have to turn towards him. He don't make any discrimination between, because for a father, for a mother, all the children are equal. God forgives. So, of course, Krishna has said that I am equal to everyone, so he forgives everyone. So this is the lesson. We get it. So this is the summary slide of chapter number 9. We discuss kind of education, different type of knowledge, Raj Vidya, Raj Guhyam. We discuss the relationship of God with this word. We discuss different types of worshippers, and we discuss greatness of devotion to Krishna, the pure love, the bhakti, ekatva bhakti, or ekaki bhakti, kevalya bhakti, suddha bhakti. This was the message. And yeah, next week we will do chapter number 10, which is change of vision, which is also a very good chapter. So with this, we finish our class. If someone has any questions, we can ask. So I want to say thank you that you have, be patient. Patientfully you have listened the class.